Hey, are you wondering why your business is not at the top of the Google search results? Well, I'm here to tell you Google thinks you don't deserve it. What's up there, guys? It's here once again with Get Busy LLC, helping contractors and home business services get their business found online, make them understand the internet, and show them how they can generate leads using the internet. And in this video, I want to talk about why your business is not at the top of Google's search results. The reason this has come up is because I find myself sometimes talking to contractors and home service business owners who just basically reach out to me and say, "Hey, man, I'm starting this business, or I got my business. I want to get a website set up. And I want to get my business found on Google. I want to be it there at the top." And they say it like it's just something that you just pop up to the top and get yourself just by some magic, get yourself at the top of the search results. And what they don't understand, and this is what I have to tell them all the time, is that the way Google works, it's built on the best way that for me to describe it is on trust. All it's doing is trying to showcase what it deems worthy, what it seems the most trustworthy to show up at the top of the search results. So if you're like a carpet cleaning business in Santa Barbara, California, when you type that into Google, what Google does is only showcasing the businesses at the top that it deems worthy of its own brand. Because at the end of the day, see, what people don't understand about Google is that the algorithm, everything that it has, it's there to look out for one thing and one thing alone: Google itself. Google has developed the number one search engine on planet Earth, and it's taken them, what, 20 years? Something like that to develop their search engine. And the algorithm that they've come up with, it's so sophisticated, it's so human like. And what it does is it filters out just garbage websites, shady businesses. It does everything in its power to only portray or showcase what it deems the most trustworthy or the best businesses in that location. Now, I'm talking strictly on local search. On a national scale, pretty much the same thing. But local search, they're very, very strict at what they do. See, Google didn't just design some search engine where Joe Blow Junk Removal, who just started last week, can set up shop, pay $99 to some guy on Fiverr or some guy in India to build him a website, and then be at the top of the search results in 60 days. Why would Google do that? That business probably is crappy. It's probably shady. It's just some guy in a truck who doesn't answer the phone. It probably gets terrible reviews. And hell, might not even be in business 6 months down the road. And then you're going to have that listing and that website just sitting there, not taking calls, not answering the phone, filling out an email form that goes nowhere. What would that do to Google's reputation on the long term throughout the nation if it's showcasing all these shitty listings and so all these shady businesses and all these crappy websites online? What would that do to Google's reputation? That would piss people off. They would turn off to Google. They wouldn't use it. Who knows, they might go back to the yellow pages, or God forbid, they might start using Bing. So if you, as the business owner, the contractor or home service business owners, if you guys understand that Google is just all it's trying to do is look for the most trustworthy business to showcase at the top of the search results to reflect their brand, not particularly yours. So you have to play their game. You have to build up your reputation. And in order to do that, number one, you have to be a badass business. If you're a flooring contractor and all your work is top notch, that grandma and the person you did it at church tells all their friends about it, they brag about your work. Or if you're a fence contractor that tears down old fences and builds up brand new ones that look amazing like nobody's business. Or if you're like a remodel contractor that your work is so astounding, people just can't stop talking about it once you do the work for them. That's the kind of business that you have to be, because Google understands that you're going to be getting reviews, not just on Google. You're probably going to get reviews on Yelp, reviews on Facebook. People are going to be talking about you. And they only want to showcase businesses that it deems worthy and it trustworthy. So if you're a business owner trying to get to the top of the search results, these are some of the things that you have to think about. So you have to have all of that lined up. The next thing you have to do is you have to have a really well structured website, one that loads it fast, one that looks professional, one that follows all of the rules of SEO that I constantly talk about on this channel. And for some reason, I feel like Google kind of does this on purpose to sniff out websites that are just built nonchalant with not a lot of care, with a lot of concern for the end user of the website. Because like I said, Google wants to showcase websites and business profiles that people engage with, that they like, so that they contact, click the call now button, fill out the email form, that sort of thing. That's how Google starts to reward these websites on the search results for whatever is that people are typing in for that local service in that local area. So that's some of the fundamentals that you have to have on your website. Like I always talk about, like here's an example: if you're a roofing contractor in Fresno, your website has to clearly state that you're a roofing contractor in Fresno. If you're a plumber in Longmont, Colorado, somewhere on that website, particularly the H1 title tag, it really has to tell Google's search algorithm, the search engine, that you are a plumber in Longmont, Colorado. And it goes for any service, deck builder, home remodel, concrete contractor, asphalt paving contractor, all the things. You have to structure it correctly so that the search engine understands all that stuff. You have to have that listing profile set up. You have to start getting some reviews. And there's a bunch of additional things that you have to do to start to build up that reputation for your business online. Now, of course, if you're in a small market, with 50,000 people, and you're a plumber that's been there for a long time and you're kicking ass, you might not even need a website. I would still get one set up, because people are still going to start looking for these services in your town. But once you get into these competitive markets, with 100, 200, 300, 400,000 people, then you really have to compete. You really have to do some extra stuff on your website and on your business profile to get your business to start showing up a little bit more. There's things like getting business listing citations done. I do things like press releases. I do stuff like social links. I start creating a backlink profile, so getting links from other websites to point to your website as a vote of confidence, telling Google, hey, look, these websites are pointing to my website because I'm trustworthy. They've linked back to me because of what I do is so good that it's being shared on other websites. And all of this stuff combined starts building up the trust of your business, starts building up the trust of your business profile, and slowly causes your website to climb at the top of the search results and represent Google's brand, not your Google's brand. So people will continue using Google for years and years to come. So this is a great thing. In order to please Google, Google's going to end up rewarding you. And once you get to those top spots, that's where floods of leads come in. I've done it for so many guys. I've seen the amount of leads and phone calls people get once you get to the top of those positions. Because another thing that Google has done is build that reputation for so long, that trustworthiness of the search engine, that a lot of people trust what Google gives them on the search results. Again, see, this is why Google's not going to let some Joe Blow crappy website go to the top of the search engine in 30 days. It wants to make sure that listing and that business absolutely kicks ass to, because it, again, represent Google, not particularly the business, to represent Google and keep the trustworthiness of Google going for years to come. So that's basically wanted to share with you guys. A quick rant as to probably wondering why your website's not showing up at the top of the search results. And that if you understand it, if you understand how Google's algorithm works and you start building that reputation up of your business online, Google's going to reward you by giving you higher search results, which is going to give you more leads for your business. And at the same time, it's going to continue to help their search engine and the reputation of their search engine. And if you guys want to see an example of kind of how I started to learn all of this stuff, here's a website I built years ago that's ranking #1 nationally. This is where I started to learn SEO and how the trustworthiness of a website really, really works on Google. So you can check that video out right here. If you guys have any questions, need some help growing your business, or building up a website, or doing any other stuff, go to the description below. I have some growth hacks that I tell people about. It's in the description below. You can click on there and you guys can check that out. And that's all I got for you guys today. Until next time.